How do you break up with someone who thinks everything is fine? I'm 26, and I've been with my boyfriend who's 31 for 2 years. About a year ago, we moved in together, and I genuinely thought we were on the path to marriage. But now, I've come to a difficult realization. I want to end the relationship. The decision didn't stem from a single fight. It's been a slow build of feelings I can no longer ignore. I've noticed that I'm always the one carrying the emotional weight in our relationship. I lead our conversations and ask the questions, while he rarely inquires about my day or how I'm feeling. When I share my thoughts, he often seems uninterested, and his responses are usually brief. He says he's just an introvert, but I need more. I'm in graduate school for social work, and I want a partner who can support me emotionally as I prepare to support others. I want someone who asks about my day when I come home. Last month, we hosted a small dinner party for my friends, which really highlighted these issues. I had limited free time that week due to school and my part-time job, and I spent the entire day cleaning and preparing. I was overwhelmed and called him on his way home to vent and ask him to pick up a bottle of wine. He agreed, but when I tried to share my stress, I ended up comforting myself instead of feeling supported. When he got home, the house was spotless, and I only had to shower and get dressed. But the first thing he said was that he was upset with me. I was taken aback. He initially said we didn't have time to talk about it, but when I pressed him, he told me I should have managed my time better, and that I get too distracted. For context, I have ADHD, which I manage well with medication. I take pride in how far I've come since struggling to care for myself a few years ago. The only time I lose focus is late at night, when my medication wears off. Being met with criticism instead of comfort in that moment was painful. It made me realize how unsafe it feels to be vulnerable with him. I also noticed that he only helps around the house if I explicitly ask him to. The default seems to be that the responsibility is mine. Since that dinner party, I felt myself withdrawing. I don't feel like we're facing life together. It feels like I'm carrying it alone. I don't think he's a bad person or intends harm, but I no longer feel seen or supported in ways that matter deeply to me. Here's my dilemma. I don't think he realizes how serious this is. We haven't had a dramatic conversation about our relationship, and I worry that ending things will come as a shock to him. At the same time, I don't want to drag this out or frame it as a negotiation when my feelings are already settled. How do I tell someone I want to break up when they think everything is fine? How do I approach this clearly but compassionately, especially since we live together? I've brought up my concerns about our one-sided conversations casually, but I haven't had a serious discussion about my needs. I sometimes feel guilty for not addressing this more directly, but I also don't want to hope for a change that I don't believe is possible. I've been in therapy for years, and while I love it, that doesn't replace the need to vent to my partner. I manage my ADHD well, balancing school, work, hobbies, and about 70% of our household duties. That day in particular was tough because I realized my friends might want a tour of the house, and while cleaning the main floor was manageable, I hadn't planned enough time for upstairs. Now, I'm left wondering how to navigate this breakup in a way that respects both of our feelings.